performance. We had a down moment yesterday because all of us here are new. It's the first time we are working with each other, so we never know what to expect. And then yesterday, after we never qualified for the finals, we were a little bit down, but then we come out here by the name of Jesus and we delivered, so we're feeling really good.
Dr. Gregory Horton here, 3-time Olympic medalist and world champion in track and field. Thank you all for coming over to this channel. If you like the content, please give me a thumbs up. If you have an opinion and you want to share it, please feel free to leave your opinion in the comment section. Today we're going to talk about the real reason why Jamaica's women 4x1 team did not qualify to compete in the final today, Sunday, and what must be done in order to reverse this process of failure. Now, I want to have your response on this question. Do you think that more insight and knowledge is necessary when you select a team to compete at any major championship? Last year we saw where there were a lot of controversy when it comes to the 4x1, who should run and why, and that is the main reason I asked the question. Now, when I look at the performance in the 4x1 at this World Relays, I am extremely disappointed with the results, but I am not disappointed with the young ladies who competed their heart out for Jamaica. Jamaica finished 18th overall. They finished 5th in their heat and they missed the final by a lot. When I saw the results, I asked myself honestly whether or not the selectors wanted Jamaica to make it to the next round. When you look at the results, I came to the conclusion that they did not want the team to make it to the next round. Because if they did, they would have put more thought and energy into the selection process. No, I am not upset at all, or I'm not disappointed at all with the athlete themselves, because I know that based on the selection and who made themselves available, that they did, which is the athletes, everything that they could to perform at their best. Unfortunately, the outcome was not in their favor or in the favor of Jamaica. So the real reason Jamaica 4x1 women did not do as well as they should is because of the fact that the top tier athletes did not make themselves available to compete in that team atmosphere. Now, one of the main reasons for that is that the athletes do not have enough incentives to give up their personal desires and gain in order to compete for their country. Now, when you look at the United States of America, when you look at Ireland, when you look at Poland, when you look at the Netherlands, they all came out with their top guns and they all performed at their best because there is an incentive that encourages and promotes the top tier athletes to represent their country at all costs. And this is why the most recent contract offers that we see presented by various companies must be entertained so the athletes can get the necessary incentives to come out and perform at their best for their country. And this is why, as a country, we must provide the necessary incentives that encourages the top tier athletes to make themselves available so they can compete for their country with dignity and pride. So I want you to think about it, and I would love to have your response on this question. Do you think that if more incentives were offered to the top tier athletes, they would make themselves available for national selection? I really want to hear your comment. Now, when we look at the 4x1 and we look at the way they set up this team, the athletes did the best they could. But when you look on the fact that you have 4 developing athletes based on talent and based on age, that it is very difficult to have four developing athletes compete at this level. Now, the wise thing to be done would be to have even 2 of the top tier athletes mixed with 2 developing athletes. And in this case, you will see where one set of professionals are paving the way for the younger generation, ushering a new breed of athlete that can perform at their best. So when we look at what happened on Saturday, we saw where Jodian Williams gave her best effort. We saw she handed off the baton to Alana Reid, who is not in top form. And we can tell that as a new kid on the block, that she is actually finding her way. And she has a lot more to do in order to be able to perform better at this championship. We saw on the third leg where Ramona Bochel, she did her best. But as you can tell that with those other top tier athletes from other countries, it was difficult to cover any ground where she could put our countrywomen in competitive position. Now we saw young Tia Clayton getting the baton in about 5th position, and she was not able to cover any grounds. She is young, she is inexperienced, and to put her with a team of 4 other inexperienced athletes, or athletes who are not at their best, that was a recipe for disaster. So I think that we need to do more to make sure that the team is balanced. I think that we need to do more to make sure that more thought are put in terms of who run what leg. And we should ensure that the team is better balanced if we are going to dominate future sprint relays. I want to read your comment in the comment section. Do you think that careful thought was put in to ensure that these athletes got the best out of their talent? I want to read your opinion in the comment section. I thank you very much for listening. I am Dr. Gregory Horton. Have a blessed day.